We have had issues. We just got our tax refund in June. We filed back in January because there were some issues. So, we had planned to get a car earlier, but stuff kept coming up. And it's so funny because we were talking the other day, and everything that we had planned to get with the tax return, God has made a way for us to pay with his paycheck. So one income. So, we can't complain.
Right.
So this would be, we could start saving for them, do stuff as a family more often. It would be like a huge blessing. Jalen, she's the oldest. She is 3. She is my little drama queen. And Skylar, my little miracle baby, as you would call her. When she was born, she had a diaphragmatic hernia. Do you know what that is? Because I didn't when I first found out.
But I know what a hernia is.
Yes, basically that's what it is. It was a hole in her diaphragm. And what happened was her stomach came up, pushed through, and it was in her chest.
Wow.
So that means her left side, her lung didn't have space to grow.
Okay.
So which means she would have, breathing problems. So she was born, and she had to have surgery.
Okay, baby. We both gonna be sitting up here crying.
And I'm not the crier.
No,
I am.
don't apologize.
But I just remember, like, wait a minute, baby. And I was having her, I pushed her out, and I didn't hear anything. And then my husband, he started hyperventilating and stuff.
Okay.
So, like, I didn't know what was going on. And
Text everybody we got the plane.
because he saw her come out, and my mother-in-law was in the room too, and she was like completely blue.
Right.
So, but God is so good because she was on a NICU for a month, on feeding tube. So I had to learn how to do a feeding tube. And when you see her now, you wouldn't even, she eats like a 18-year-old teenager. She eats everything. You wouldn't be able to tell anything was wrong with her. Like most kids, when they have that diaphragmatic hernia, I was talking to one of the nurses, they're in there till they're in NICU till they're 1 years old. And she was out in a month.
Wow.
Which is in itself unbelievable. But, you don't sit there and think about that. You just go through life, oh yes, because she was healthy as a horse. And you don't realize how, good you have it.
Right.
Because I follow this group on Facebook with other kids who've had that.
Okay.
And I see so many of them who are having to bury their child.
Oh, wow.
And that wasn't, thank God we didn't have to do that. Hers was like miraculous. So I can't complain.
Yeah.